Hey folks. Pain. It's a frustrating time to be a Zelda fan. No matter how you look at it, it's a hard one to take that there was no Breath of the Wild 2 showing off this month by Nintendo. At the time of recording, it is still June, but thanks to an announcement today, we got confirmation there will be no Breath of the Wild 2 this month, as many fans were anticipating. I've heard many different opinions on this situation, some fans feeling that Nintendo owe the fans something as we buy the games, to other fans feeling the frustration but understanding that Nintendo don't have something to show us at this time, or aren't prepared to show anything off right now. The highly anticipated sequel to Breath of the Wild is due to release in pretty much less than 1 year, if not around 1 year from now. This is already following setbacks and delays. The game was initially shown off 3 years ago. Since then, we've had one more teaser trailer and around 10 seconds of footage, if that. There have also been bits here and there such as patents being revealed online, but in terms of stuff from Nintendo to the fans, it's been very dry for the span of 3 years. Now, given to end the month of June, Nintendo held a Xenoblade Direct and now announced a Direct Mini, the sequel won't be present for at least a few more months. And I know that sounds like nothing, but when you look at how the first game was showing off leading up to its release, it's kind of surprising that Nintendo are holding back on showing the sequel off. The sequel has got far less coverage. You'd think Nintendo would want to try and repeat the first game as much as they could, at least in terms of exposure and eventually sales. Anyway, today I want to discuss my thoughts on what's going on with The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild 2, as well as spark some discussion with all of you lovely people down below in the comments. Oh, and I lost a bet a few weeks ago regarding a prediction I made. I predicted that we'd get a Direct with Breath of the Wild 2 in the middle of June. And I lost. As a result, I will be cracking some eggs over my head at the end of this video. You can hear the shakiness in my voice. So stick around for that. For now, be sure to go and grab yourself a snack or drink and send them in to get featured right here. Also be sure to drop a like and subscribe if you haven't already. It really helps the channel out. And let's get into this one. Let's begin with the question on most of our minds. When could we see the game being shown off? The big prediction I've seen a ton of fans saying is September. At first, this seemed odd to me, but it turns out that Nintendo do have a history of holding a Nintendo Direct in the month of September, and that could actually work well with the game coming out in spring 2023. In my honest opinion, that is the absolute latest that they should leave it to showing off a big presentation to begin the build up to the game. If a Direct was to be any later than this September, then I don't know what to say. Sure, it could go as far as being showing off in their beginning of the year Direct in 2023, but to me, that seems way too late. If anything, I'd imagine a showcase this year, now in September, with the game present, and then one more early 2023, leading into the eventual release of the game. I would like to note that I am not an insider, I am not an expert. This is simply just my opinion based on my experience with the Legend of Zelda series over the years, and general observation. I'd say that September is when we will see the game showing off, then or around then. The next big question in regards to what's going on is what will be showing off whenever the game does appear at a Direct? Well, to answer that, let me tell you what we don't know about the game. The name, the release date, and pretty much every other detail outside of these trailers, including but not limited to the rating, the price, although it's not hard to guess, the amiibo support, and many other smaller things. The main points are of course the title and release date. When the next game is shown off, it has to happen. Surely. It will be less than a year before releasing, and with no name. The next time this game appears at a Direct, I am almost certain that the name will be revealed. It was said way back when the game was first revealed that the title has been held back as it could reveal a little too much. In 2019 and even 2021, I can understand that, especially if the game wouldn't be released for at least another year or so. The only reason I say almost is because last time I didn't, I lost a bet. Anyway, along with the name being revealed, which will undoubtedly raise the hype levels through the roof as it gives fans something to share around and talk about, the final release date could, and arguably should, also be revealed. We know it's set for spring of 2023, and that falls anywhere between late March and late June. September of this year, 2022, would be just 6 to 9 potential months away from releasing. You'd imagine with all the retailers selling the game, marketing involved, and getting a date in fans' minds, that the final release date would be revealed. It's not as certain as the title in my opinion, but it's still very much up there in terms of what should happen, in my opinion. Those two factors aside, of course, a big jam-packed trailer is also what's needed. Something to reignite every fan's fire for this game. Of course, we're all still very excited, but we all know that excitement becomes something even more when a new trailer drops. And we can get overwhelmed by everything going on, then investigate it closely and begin gushing over the little details, mysteries, and all of that fun stuff. The two trailers we've seen so far were on the shorter side, and that sparked a lot of discussion. Imagine what a full, jam-packed trailer would do. Zelda Twitter would have a field day. No, a field week, a field month. This next one, I'd honestly expect it to be in the region of around 3 minutes long, as well as show off Ganondorf, the underground, the sky, the hand, and of course, the broken Master Sword, all in one trailer. Oh, and of course this handsome lad. In my not expert opinion, that's what I'd say you can expect from the next Nintendo Direct that I believe will happen in or around September time, and of course, feature the sequel. As always, only time will tell, and in the meantime, please enjoy me cracking some eggs over my head for losing a bet that I made with all of you in a video of mine just a few weeks ago. Let me know your thoughts on the sequel situation down below, and now, enjoy. In around 2 weeks from the release of this video, we will probably be watching a Nintendo Direct, and I'm not afraid to say, 100% there will be Breath of the Wild 2 coverage, and if there isn't, I'll crack some eggs on my head and post it on my socials.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.